In this video, we are going to discuss about NEET PG 2026 strategy. A top 5,000 rank in NEET PG is not just a pipe stream. What is going to be your high yield strategy to clear this chaos? 180 questions down from 200. We have 5 separate sections and 42-minute hard stops. Previous year questions, GTs, and the infamous 20th notebook. Your concepts are fine. You are consistent. That is going to reflect in your rank. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Divya Ma'am, your pediatrics faculty with PW MedEd, and here in this video we are going to discuss about NEET PG 2026 strategy. So NEET PG 2026 is on 30th of August, and I know a lot of you must be demotivated right now. Let's be honest, how many of you have given INICT, had a look at your score and thought that maybe NEET PG 2026 is officially out of reach? And if you have felt that panic, I believe that you are not alone. A lot of students are driving in the same boat right now, but today you have to set that reset button. You have to put the past behind you. A top 5,000 rank in NEET PG is not just a pipe stream. It is actually a very highly realistic, achievable dream if you start right now also, right? Trust me, I'm not here to give you any toxic positivity. Let's just lay a rule for ourselves that 10 hours a day minimum, bare minimum, right? 10 hours a day is the bare minimum. Now your baseline, you can go towards 14 hours, 12 hours, whatever you like, but 10 hours is baseline now, non-negotiable. The days when you were casually reading for 4 to 6 hours are now over. And if you are someone who is drowning in the massive primary notes right now, constantly you are refreshing your feed, or maybe you are terrified to give GTs, or you are very disheartened after looking at the GT scores, just pause for a while and take a deep breath, right? Here in this video we are going to have a no nonsense talk. We are going to break down the exact daily roadmap that you need to follow, the brutal new pattern shifts that have been going on, and what is going to be your high yield strategy to clear this chaos. Right, so let's get to work. Firstly, about the new pattern. Briefly, I'm going to tell the 3 major things that we all know. 180 questions down from 200. We have 5 separate sections and 42-minute hard stops. Right, before we talk actually about how to study, we need to talk about the trap that NB has set for you with these 3 changes, right? The rules of the game now have completely changed. Firstly, the good news, you feel that now questions have dropped from 200 to 180, while the exam time is still the same. You have 3.5 hours clock, right? You feel that maybe it gives you a more breathing room, but I'm afraid not. They are going to give, I believe, longer question stems, video based questions. So, and also the twist here is the time bound section. Exam is now a series of 5 separate blocks, section A through E, and each of these sections is going to have 36 minutes each. That means you get exactly 42 minutes per section, right? So when what do I mean by hard stops? So when you are in section A, section B is completely blocked. You cannot peek ahead, and also you cannot go back. So when those 42 minutes scream to an end, the section auto submits, gone forever, right? So your pacing through the question has to be an absolute clockwork. Your one eye should always be on the clock. And please avoid the mark for review trap, because under the new rules, if you mark a question, even if you haven't explicitly click an answer, it gets evaluated as an attempted response, and if your guess is wrong, you get -1, boom, right? And this can actually affect your rank, because after one point of time, a lot of clustering is there. If you don't know any answer, just leave it. Do not let the review button tank your rank, right? So that's my overview from this new update, that please don't fall into this trap and have eye on the clock. Second, let's move towards the high yield subject. We all know that okay, so you have 10 hours in a day. What's important right now is what you are actually putting into your brain. NEET PG like exam is a split. perfectly 50-50 between pre-paraclinical and clinical subjects, but we have to play smart. You have to take charge of these 8 subjects, very high yield subject in first year biochemistry, then second year all the 3 subjects, pharm, path and microbiology, in final year medicine, OBG surgery and PSM. If you are done with these 8 subjects, trust me, out of 180, close to 150 questions, let's take a boundary 130 to 150, these questions are solely from these topics. So if you take charge of these 8 subjects, you are done, right? Your rank is going to be top notch. At this moment, I know these main subject notes are quite huge, so if you are still staring at that 1000-page primary notes, please stop. Put them away right now. You cannot revise these primary notes in the upcoming 50 days, 40 to 50 days. Now switch to revision notes, right? Or if you are using video sources and you don't like to go towards notes, move to fast-paced revision sources right now, right? So this is your first milestone. These 8 subjects, you have to get a comprehensive read of these 8 subjects, right? Use the most concise resource that you have right now and make a deadline for yourself. If you ask me, pick that deadline as July 31st, the end of this month, and I believe this is going to give you a big boost. Right now, coming to revision, a lot of students make a mistake over here. How to revise, right? So what is the most massive mistake? Passively reading the notes, right? Passive reading is an illusion. It is an illusion of progress that you're going towards something. And also watching a video while scrolling your phone, looking at some questions, that is not studying, it's entertainment. Keep your phone aside. Solely focus on what all revision notes you have right now, right? Employ the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time is going to go to pure revision and 20% only to add into any new details if you feel that these are the important details that you have missed. And you have to do active recall over here. You don't just scan a page, read a concept, close the notebook and force your brain to actually pull out the fact, right? When you feel that mental strain, it's the long-term memory that actually locks in, right? Long-term potentiation of memory is by active recall. It's very much proven. To make it stick, you have to actually do active recall and also build concept chains. What is concept chains? Integrate the topics, right? If you are learning about microbiology, learning about a bacteria, learn about what all diseases it does, learn about what drug do you use for that. If you're talking about some drug, what is the classification of that drug, what is the mechanism of action, any major side effect, any contraindication. So make a chain that way, right? When you connect the dots, your brain stores it as a story, right? If you try to learn and memorize it as facts, they are going to evaporate really soon. So these 3 things, remember: 80-20 rule, active recall and integrate, make concept chains. And if you ask me, the daily rhythm, I feel in the morning when you wake up, you have a fresher brain, so go for notes revision, and as the day progresses, move towards MCQ practice and analysis of the mistakes. If on the other hand, if you feel that you are more fresh in the night time, you're a night owl or something like that, and in the daytime you are drowsy or not that much active and you need to start with MCQs, then you can choose in that way. If you ask me, I'll say in the daytime go for notes revision, in the night time or the evening choose MCQs and analysis of your mistakes. Now with that, let's move towards questions. So previous year questions, GTs and the infamous 20th notebook. So now we're talking about testing your knowledge. So if you are someone who is still going towards random custom banks, they are fine for practice, but right now you have to focus on 10 years PYQs, right? 10 years PYQ is now the holy grail, and don't just solve them once. You need to bare minimum have to solve them 2 to 3 times until you actually understand why behind every correct and why behind every incorrect option, right? In this way you have to mug up these 10-year questions. Next is GTs. If you ask me, every GT you have to give close to 7 to 10 days. No week should have been gone where you have not attempted any GT, right? And remember, GT is not a judgment, it is actually a diagnostic tool. It will tell you what are the lacunae in your knowledge, what are the lacunae in your revision, what are the lacunae in your preparation strategy right now, right? So ask yourself after every GT and after any incorrect answer that where did you went wrong. Was it lack of retrieval of any information, any fact retrieval problem, or there is some breakdown in your logic, the concept is not fine. Find that missing piece and try to correct it then and there, right? Better to make mistakes today than in the exam day, right? So I know medicine is full of highly volatile information. You have like triads, special stains, CD markers, a lot of stuff that, if you ask me, evaporates in 24 hours also, right? So it's very important that you make a notebook. If you have not made this 20th notebook, high time. Please compile this highly volatile stuff, the tables of triads, stains, CD markers, the infectious diseases, the different bizarre symptoms, the buzzwords if possible, right? And make that 20th notebook. And these ultra volatile stuff notebook, 20th notebook, is going to be your secret weapon. Read this only notebook a day before your GT and also a day before your actual exam. You don't need to go through the entire material a day before. This 20th notebook is the last resource that you need to go through, right? And lastly, I want to conclude that choose consistency over perfection. We are wrapping up this video. I just want to give you a reality check that please right now stop chasing a perfect score. You are going to forget things. I forget things, toppers forget things, everyone forget things. If you can actually confidently retain 80% of the high yield material, you are actually in a very good position right now, right? And don't let those 5% very rare and bizarre questions affect you. 95% actually matters, right? So please focus right now on the things that actually matter. And with the all Aadhaar updation and the test cities and all of these administrative things, please make sure that you are done with that. You don't need any administrative slip up come in the last moment and ruin your day, right? So be thorough and done with that application process and just focus on studies right now, right? If you are your concepts are fine, you are consistent, that is going to reflect in your rank. With that, I'm going to take a leave. All the best for your exam. I know you're going to do good. We'll meet some other time.